Hi, Lorena.
Hello.
Amy, I saw in your email that we won't be able to purchase cleaning supplies with the CARES Act money.
Yes, ma'am. It said non-recurring cost.
Okay. But if it would be like a special one-time cleaning.
Yes, ma'am. If we did a deep cleaning or we purchased something that we normally wouldn't purchase due to COVID, I think there's some kind of things you can put in the vents, some type of bombs or something that
Yeah, there is.
I think that would qualify. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Just the general cleaning supplies that we normally use in a day-to-day cleaning won't qualify.
Well, I just wanted you to know my intent was more like the Clorox 360 or whatever that we don't normally use. You know,
Okay.
like we're talking about the vent treatment and things like that. So.
Okay.
We're live.
Okay.
Is everybody that's joined?
Mike's coming in right now. Hold on.
Hello, how are you?
Lisa, will you say something so we know we can hear you?
I'm here.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Mike.
Hi.
Is this everyone?
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
I think it is.
Yep.
Okay. I'd like to call to order the Lawrence County Developmental Disabilities Board meeting for August the 11th, 2020 at 5 p.m.
Ms. Baker? Ms. Cahow?
Yeah.
Mr. Gore?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Here.
Ms. Piles?
Here.
Mr. Thompson?
Here.
Has the agenda hasn't changed, has it? The agenda is correct.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Any public comments that we know of? Okay, has everyone read the minutes from the June meeting, July 1st special meeting, July 26th special meeting?
Yes.
Any corrections or additions? I need, is there a motion to accept the minutes from those three meetings?
You doing them individual, Debbie, or all together?
We're going to do them all together.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
Mrs. Cahow?
Yes.
Mr. Gore?
Yes.
Ms. Jones?
Yes.
Ms. Piles?
Yes.
Mr. Thompson?
Yes.
There are no board committees, right?
No.
Okay. Finance and expenses for June and July.
Yes, ma'am. General fund revenues exceed expenses by $773,635. I included June and July detailed reports for your review. Through July 31st, we had received 75.66 of budgeted revenues and detailed expense reports for June and July. I already said that, I apologize. Expenses are currently below projections. We have 4 changes, employee changes I'd like to bring to your attention. Cynthia Barker was hired on July 6th as an SSA for behavioral support. She holds a bachelor's degree in psychology with a minor in sociology and a master's in clinical psychology. She's worked for us since 2007 as a subcontractor providing behavioral supports for individuals. So this should be a very smooth transition for you in the SSA department. Tim Nunnery resigned effective July 24th. And we also hired 2 new school age instructors. They will begin on August 17th. Karen Worley comes to us from, I may pronounce this incorrectly, so forgive me if I do, Scioto County's DD Vern Riff School. Is it Riff?
Right.
Right.
Okay, I knew I wasn't going to get it right. She's been there since 2019 as a long-term substitute and cooperating teacher and has a license for K-12. She holds a bachelor's of fine arts, visual arts from Marshall, and a master's of education intervention specialist from Shawnee State. And Linda Worthington has a bachelor's degree in elementary ed from Moorhead and a master's in teacher leader secondary from Moorhead State. She holds a license as a teacher for P through 3 and 4 and 5, and she has worked for Westwood Prep from 2015 to present.
Any questions about the finance report? I need a motion to accept the June and July finance reports.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Cahouse,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Superintendent report.
Okay, I sent a written report. So I'd first like to ask if you have any questions regarding my written report before I move on to some verbal updates.
No.
I know there was a lot in there. Okay, we are hoping to close on the ECC building at 9 a.m. this Friday. We had to get another assessment on the property, which was an additional $4,000, and they paid that. That was technically our responsibility, but I stressed to them that the board, really felt that any additional cost, closing or any cost should be picked up by the Autism Services Center, and they were glad to do that. So that's the only thing we're waiting on, is to get that completed. And Jeff, you're thinking it will be done in the morning, hopefully?
Yeah, I just spoke with Jeff Eastham at about 4 o'clock this afternoon, and they're still trying to finish up a couple easements, but assured me it would be done at some point tomorrow.
Okay.
So that we should still be on track for Friday.
Okay. Yeah, that was the only thing we were waiting on. So we will be good to go with the closing, hopefully 9 a.m. And as far as the furniture and all the equipment, we went and looked through everything. Jeff and I, Larry, Larry has met with their IT person. Of course, Jeff has met with Mr. Byrne, the CEO, several times. And as far as furniture goes, there was a lot of furniture that they had included in what they wanted to purchase from us. If you remember, they had offered us like $50,000 for everything in the building. And first of all, we can't do it that way. We would have to do a bidding process for that amount. We couldn't just include everything for $50,000 and not put it out for bid. But what we found out was that there's a lot of things in the building that we wanted. So there was some of the furniture we needed for staff that needed some new things, not really new to them. And so what it really came down to, as far as what anything of significance that was left there, was the phone system and the camera system. And they were just going to do a simple bill of sale for those items. So that the camera system will be $5,000 and the phone system will receive $3,000. And will also receive half of August rent because, you know, they currently lease from us. So they will pay us half the rent for August. And of course, the sale of the building price. So I don't know if Larry, if you want to speak any, or Jeff, to the value of the video system or the phone system. I know you were very much involved in that process. The phones are a little bit older there.
Yeah, the phone system is, I think it was either 5 to 6 years old, and the camera system was either 4 to 5 years old. There was 1 year difference in the installation of them. Brand new, I think our cost for both, or for each, was in the neighborhood of $10,000. So I think those are fair prices.
Okay, so there was a lot of furniture, like I said, that we took out of the building that we could use, that was very much needed for some of our staff at Open Door School and here at the board office. So, you know, we didn't really feel we could get what the furniture was worth by just selling it. It's very, very nice furniture, nicer than what most anyone has here, because it was purchased, I think, when the building was originally built. So we actually took most of that. So that's really what's left as far as anything of significance at the building would be those two systems.
Good.
So do you have any questions for me regarding that sale?
Nope, I don't.
I'm going to be meeting, of course, with Mr. Byrne Friday at the closing, and we're very excited to talk about future partnerships. They want to, they're also certified as waiver providers, and they want to, you know, work closely with us to develop, you know, that side of their program as well. So we are excited about that. I emailed you right before the meeting the training packet that Rick Black is going to be going over. If you didn't have time to look at it or print it, that's fine, because he's going to try to share the screen and when he's doing his training, but you do have it in your email if you want to look at it later. And that's all I have. If you have no more questions about anything in the report, I won't waste any more time.
Okay, how about old business?
We don't have any.
Right. New business?
Debbie, I'm sorry. I just wanted to make sure, I forgot this. Tim Sexton submitted the annual MUI report for 2019 and
Yes.
it's attached to my report. So I just wanted to make sure that everyone received that. And I will be asking Tim to do a no more than a 1 hour review again of the MUI rule and of this report. And we'll do it at one of the later meetings. And that'll count as your final hour of training needed for this year.
Okay, and we also got in the packet, the facilities report, open door school report, service and support administration report, and the technology report.
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah, they do great reports. I tell you, they do wonderful. Our team does wonderful reports.
And
They're
I did-
very informative. So thank you to everyone. Okay, that's all I had. I'm sorry about that.
Okay, new business, the 2020, 2021 open door school calendar revision.
Yes, so Kendra has had some discussions with the local superintendents and with our state support team. And it's very possible that we may have to do some amendments to our IEPs for the students that we serve. So she had asked if we could push back the start date of school to make sure that the teachers will have time to convene these IEP teams and make any changes that are needed. You know, all of our kids have IEPs, individualized education plans. And because they're going to be doing remote learning this year, starting out, and we know about it, it's very possible we may have to make some changes to the IEPs. Did I explain that right, Kendra? Is there anything you want to add?
Yeah, the only thing is that we just want to start on Tuesday, September 8th after Labor Day.
Yeah.
For the actual remote instruction. Teachers and staff will still report Monday.
And they are in close communication with their families. So they're, you know, they are aware that this could be coming. So that it takes a calendar change.
Okay. Is there a motion to accept the 2020 and 21 open door school calendar revision?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Cahow,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay, the property disposal list.
Yes, now that we are no longer contracting transportation and PCS has moved out of the bus garage behind us, we're going to be using that garage to store some things for now. It's going to act as an extra storage facility, which we really need. But there is also a lot of transportation related items in that building we absolutely have no use for, that we want to get rid of because we're sure that there's some districts in the area that would want these items. So Jeff, can you elaborate on the items that we have?
Yeah, of course, we've got 4 school buses left now that we currently own. We're going to, we've requested to dispose of 3 of those. There's pneumatic oil tanks set up. There's 4 6,000-pound bus lifts, you know, really nice lift system. I've actually already had three local districts contact me as far as, you know, what they needed to do to come and buy and this and that. So I think we'll get, you know, plenty of it'll be sold to local school districts, which alleviates the need for the public bid process. So I've talked to Rocky Hill, Ironton, and South Point. All 3 have already reached out about the main things in there. There's, you know, clutch jacks, transmission jacks, just things that we'll obviously never need again. And that's why, you know, that's why they're on the list.
Why, how can, how can we just sell those? Is it because it's school districts and rather doing a bidding process?
Yes. And the dollar amount too, Debbie. It's not anything, it's not anything that's worth, there's not one piece of equipment, even the buses are not worth more than, we may get $4,000 to $5,000 out of bus number 8, which is the newest bus on the list. I think it was an '09. It's got roughly 200,000 miles on it. But there's really nothing that's of significant dollar value, which that's not too shabby, but it's just not over the threshold. Plus they're local districts. Yeah.
They're public entities.
Yeah.
So
Is there a motion to accept the property disposal list?
Make the motion.
I'll second it.
Ms. Cahill,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
yes,
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. The revised PASRR policy 5.09.
yes, this is a pre-admission screening and resident review. And it's something that we have to do. Our SSA department has to do these reviews every time someone is admitted to a nursing home that is already eligible for our services or that may be eligible for our services, to make sure that they are appropriately placed. And this is basically a safeguard to make sure people aren't just put in nursing homes and when they could actually be in a much lesser restrictive environment. So it's just an extra step in our system that we have to go through. And I'm assuming that the rule changed and we're just doing some updates. Is that correct, Jamie? I mean, I looked at it, but there's a lot of changes that I'm assuming went with the rule.
Yes, the rule changed last December of
Yeah.
2019. So these are just changes to update it according to the rule changes.
Right. So we just need to get it updated and so that, we have the most up-to-date version.
Is there a motion to accept the revised PASRR policy 5.09?
I'll make it.
I'll second.
Ms. Cahill,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
Yes,
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay, a new policy for the use of face coverings 5.07.
Yes, so this is actually an agency policy, but it is required by the Ohio Department of Education for all school districts to have in the wake of COVID. So this basically is just pretty much verbatim what ODE, what the rule says, and just basically states that you are directing me to work in conjunction with our local health authorities to make sure that we have adequate supplies of face coverings and that people are going to be wearing them, visitors and students. And however, you will notice on the second page, it does state for students that, if there is a developmental reason for which they cannot wear the face covering, they don't have to. That comes directly, from the governor's order that K through 12 students do have to wear a face mask, but he did make an exemption for students with disabilities if they were unable to due to sensory issues or health issues. So, which with us not starting for 9 weeks, we're not really going to have to deal with that too much, except for the 1 day a week that the students are here. But at any rate, I just wanted to run this by you so we could get it in place before school does start.
Is there a motion for the new policy, face coverings, 5.07?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second it.
Ms. Cahow,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
yes,
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. Comprehensive continuous improvement plan.
Amy?
Sorry, I forgot I was muted. I have given you each a copy of the budget for the CCIP. It is $55,295.65 this year, and we will use it to support the salaries of our aides, the speech therapist, and adaptive PE. I'm also working with the ODE to get the preschool funds removed from Lawrence County.
So this is funding we receive from ODE each year. And it allows us to supplement our services funding. And so it changes each year. But how much did you say it was this year? 55?
55,295.65. It's only down about $1,000, 56,476 last year in school age.
Where will we see the actual cut, Amy, that we're supposed to be receiving? Where will we see that?
It should come in through our school finance payment.
Okay. 20% is what they're saying?
That's what we were originally told. Yes, ma'am. And I'm waiting for them to update that.
Okay. And when is that typically received?
The school finance payment comes in bi-monthly payments, usually the first and third week.
Okay.
So we've received 3 so far for this year.
So this CCIP is basically, like I said, it's just something that needs to be approved each year by the board, that they're accepting it.
And once you approve it, I will submit it tomorrow.
Okay, is there a motion to accept the new CCIP?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Ms. Cahow, Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
Yes,
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. The next one is the resolution for superintendent to sign on board's behalf. This is for the sale of the property.
Yes, in order for me to sign all the documents at the closing on Friday, I have to bring this resolution with me that the board has given me the authority to sign on your behalf.
Okay, do we all have to sign this?
Well, typically, yes. So we'll have to figure out a way to get all your signatures.
Okay.
Which, Lisa, can you obviously help with that?
Yeah, I'll call everyone tomorrow and make those arrangements.
Okay.
I'll be there tomorrow to sign it because I have to sign some other documents.
Right.
Okay, is there a motion to accept this resolution?
Lisa, the resolution number.
It's 080120.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't read that.
Oh, that's all right.
So is there a motion to accept resolution 080120 for the sale of the building? I'll make the motion. Is there a second, please?
I'll second it.
Ms. Cahouse,
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Mrs. Piles,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay, this next one is, remote learning plan requirements as indicated in House Bill 164.
Yeah, we submitted that at our last special meeting, and there hasn't been any changes, so we're submitting it for approval. Unless, Kendra, do you have anything you want to say about it?
No, not at this time. Everything, I'm gonna do a detailed, more plan that's more parent friendly, that'll go out to the parents and discuss exactly what the remote learning is gonna look like, as the teachers, meet with them the week of the 31st.
This meets all the requirements for ODE.
Yes.
Is there a motion to accept the Open Door School remote learning plan?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Ms. Cahouse, Ms. Cahouse.
Yes.
Mr. Gore,
Yes.
Ms. Jones,
Yes.
Ms. Piles,
Yes.
Mr. Thompson.
Yes.
Okay. Are there any announcements? We have a training right after this.
Yes. And Chris Klein from the auditor's office will be joining us for this training,
Okay.
since it's on county board finance. And I'm going to go ahead and text Rick and Chris and let them know that they can get ready to join.
Julie, I'm gonna have to leave. 'Cause
Okay.
I've got to go back to the office for payrolls tonight.
Okay.
Okay, I'll have to pick it up.
You have the PowerPoint in your email.
Okay.
And if you want to discuss it, please call me. And we're actually going to, Larry, are we going to be able to record the training?
Yeah, we're recording it in Zoom. I hope it turns out.
Okay, so you'll
I
be
can
able
pick
to
it up
watch it
later.
in Zoom.
I might use my phone and record it with my phone as a backup. like that.
Okay,
I hate to leave, but I got to do the payrolls.
okay.
Bye, Steve.
See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.
Our next regular board meeting is September the 8th, 2020 at 6 p.m. Do we know yet if it's going to be Zoom or in person or as it gets closer?
Maybe we can wait a few weeks, and I'd like to see us out of red for a while. I know we're out of red now, but hopefully that trend continues.
Okay.
Did the admin team receive, I thought I sent Rick's presentation to the admin team.
Yes.
I received it, Julie.
Okay,
I did not.
Amy didn't, so maybe she's not on the admin team. Can someone forward that to Amy?
I could, but I don't know if I have it or not.
It's on the server. I can get with Amy and tell her where it's at.
Okay.
Okay, is there anything else? Is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, we are adjourned at 5:33.
I'm going to stop the live stream now. We're not going to stream the training.
Oh,